How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to build update number 2 for the Righteous Fire Juggernaut in the new Crucible League. Last time we left off, we had some pretty terrible gear. We didn't even do our Uber Lab, and we were just entering yellow maps. This time we're level 88. Um, and we have made some gear upgrades, and we're just about to do our first red map. So I'll just go through what gear I've changed, what I'll look to do next, and then we'll run through this map, and maybe I'll talk about Crucible and my thoughts on the mechanic a little bit. So we still have the same weapon. This is fine for now. I do want to upgrade to something better soon, but for now, this is what we're working with. We did upgrade our shield. We just got this for something like 1 chaos. Just getting a +1 and a single resistance. That's really all I wanted and all I needed at the time. So until I can invest into a better shield, this is what we went with. We got a pretty terrible crucible tree. Can't really go past second. Don't even want to unlock the second passive skill because of 5% reduced maximum life. So next we upgraded our amulet. So we got a turquoise, probably the best base for RF. On Juggernaut at least, it really likes the dexterity, and the intelligence is also helpful. We got something with pretty low damage over time multiplier, but the increased armor is nice, and the life, and we were able to craft Bolt and Chaos. We were really looking for ways to get our Chaos resistance up, since in last video it was something like -55. So it's looking a lot better now. I'll show that after we go through the gear. The 6 link is still the same, but I bought some Essences of Greed and ended up hitting this within 1 or 2, so we decided to keep it because we didn't have that many. Really just okay with the life and the chaos res, and then being able to craft even more chaos res with a bonus on top of that. As for our right ring, we upgraded to an amethyst ring. We just needed some dexterity and life and some resistances, so that's exactly what we found here, along with the chaos res. Our left ring is still the same, and our gloves are still the same. Our boots are still the same. I think we changed the craft around on them a little bit to give us some extra chaos and fire res where we needed it. And then we got an immortal flesh. So decently rolled. A lot of flat life. The regen is somewhat okay, and the -17 is not terrible either. So all of this gear that we picked up between the amulet and the ring and the shield and the belt, we only spent the maximum of 5C on each, with the shield being like 1C. But luckily we actually got a divine drop yesterday, so we exchanged that for some chaos, and then we actually upgraded our flasks. So all these flasks are eye level 84 at least, so they can hit the tier 1 modifiers. So we rolled these with the 300 or so alts that we had, and just settling with a couple of okay modifiers for now, but definitely looking to improve these and improve the life flask as well, and need to put on the enchantment to use when charges reach full, as soon as all of them start getting the gain charges when you're hit by an enemy. Right now we don't have enough instilling orbs for that. But we do have 130 chaos, and we do have quite a nice amulet here that hit T2 dot multi and +1 to all physical skill gems, as well as this elemental resistance. Ends up being 45 total LE res, and 49 life with an open suffix still. So I think I'm trying to sell this for 3 divines. I had it listed for 1 divine late last night, and I was getting whispers for it, and I think that's a pretty bad time to sell. So we're just gonna sit around with this in here for a little bit, and if it doesn't sell, maybe drop it down. But when that does sell, and with the chaos we currently have, um, what we definitely want to do next is get an Elder helmet, and some Essences of Horror, or maybe just buy an Elder helmet that's already got the either burning damage or consecrated effect, along with that more LE damage. Um, so that and the weapon will definitely be something that we want to upgrade in the near future. Um, in my offhands, I'm just leveling RFs as well. They're all 6 of them are level 19, so those are getting there. Um, at the moment, we did get some 2020 gems, mostly um, in our RF setup. Besides our life top, they're all almost 2020, or they all were 2020, and now they're our quality. And the same for our fire trap; those were all 2020, so we upgraded those as well. We're sitting now at 82 fire res, 80 cold, and 80 lightning res, as well as 24 chaos res. So that's not bad. In our hideout, we're just sitting at 24,000 armor without our flasks up. Um, and so far, the build feels great. Put this on not disturb. And we'll get into a map here. So the auras I'm currently running in this setup are Malevolence, Determination, Vitality, and Purity of Elements still. Vitality is on the Arrogance, so that's why it is reserving my life. Um, so when it comes to Crucible League and everything that it has to offer, which I think at this time really isn't much, um, it's kind of lackluster. Um, there's definitely, I think, a consensus within the community as well that GGG needs to make some changes. The Crucible just doesn't feel rewarding to do all too much, and you'll see this sometimes happens with rares, um, especially in Delirium with RF without that Elder helmet to really uh, pump up the fire trap single target damage. But yeah, I think it feels quite bad with between the UI, between the rewards. Really, none of it feels all too great. It just feels bad to not be able to know how much the monsters will be empowered by. It feels bad that they don't drop anything. It feels bad that 99% of the time the Crucible tree you get it's just it doesn't uh, work for your build, or the passives just don't even work together. Or you get one passive that is too much of a downside to really consider taking. I think for RF actually, we'll see how it goes, but it might not be the worst because of the fact that you can just keep putting Opal Scepters in there until you get a decent one that you're happy with, and then you can eventually craft it yourself into a pretty endgame scepter with multi-modding it. But we'll see if that actually ever happens or not. So hopefully we see, the change GGG makes in some time, usually around 2 weeks into the league, and they actually end up buffing anything like that. But as you'll see, we're pretty much cruising right through these maps. We'll take the sap because we're immune to sap at the moment. But yeah, running right into red maps and it's going just fine. We'll do this Crucible here, actually, because at the moment we are trying to level up or power up the scepter because it has cells for an additional magmatic ore. So we're working towards that on this one. When you get something like that, it's not so bad, but even then, I think that those are pretty rare. So I like this, maybe a halfway power up. That's something that I'm most upset with, is that it's impossible to tell exactly how much you've actually powered up the monsters. So you'll see that they, even at not even fully powered up, they still become pretty strong. There they go. They go down. Let's get in and kill the map boss. But the map progression has been going smoothly. At this point, we'll probably be able to cruise all the way through tier 16s with the current gear that we have. But I'm assuming by then I will have upgraded my helmet and my weapon. So I'll show those off in the next update video. But for now, we're just going to finish off this map. I don't think there's going to be too many monsters left. Yep, there we go. 31 left. So that was all. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.